What's up, everyone? This is Kyle Royce coming to you on the Kyle Royce Plays channel with a brand new game. This is Torchlight Infinite, and I have a build for you. This is my brand new Hammer of Ember Rihan build I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, and it has been so much fun getting this build to the point where I want to showcase it for every one of you. Before we get into the actual build, just some quick stuff to get out of the way. If you like this video and you like Torchlight Infinite, please go ahead and give this video a comment, a like, and please go ahead and give me a subscription. It just helps so much. And in addition, if you want any more information on the game or a nice community to join where I'll be playing this a lot, please go ahead and join my Discord. We'll be having a lot of discussion about this and also giving a lot of resources on how you can go about the game if you want to check out the items and classes. In addition, I'll be streaming this a lot. I'll be streaming at 9 a.m. EST on my channel, twitch.tv/KyleRoycePlays. So come join the stream if you want to check out what I'm doing. Also, I make music. I'm a pianist, a keyboardist, and a professional pop singer, and I have 2 songs out right now and 2 songs on the way this month. So all the music that is in this video is provided by me, and if you wish to support, you can go and check out my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, and wherever else, including YouTube. I'll be linking my YouTube music channel below. Without further ado, let's get into it. So first, we're gonna get into the items, okay? So we got 5 pieces of epic, I don't know what you want to call it, epic, rare gear. I crafted everything but my shoes. All right, so I have my broken mask over here, which is giving +1 melee skill level, whole bunch of damage, some resistance. Armor is giving 1 additional stack of tenacity blessing. Amulet is all about the damage. My Mark of Thrill gloves has a great corrosion that I'll get into. This fervor rating is critical to the build. Pale Mist Embrace is what we're building around. 60% of increase on skill radius is applied to area damage. My boots are all about regen, life, resistance, and gives me stacks of agility blessing. My Prisoner's Ring is all about the damage and resistance, great rolls. And my End of Confusion is giving me a very key mechanic to this build, which is allowing focus blessings to be granted on critical strikes. And I'll get into why that's important a little bit later. My weapons are Steel Stagnations, probably best in slot for this build. They have double corrosion, physical damage, and skill area on one of them, and the other one is going to have skill area, and this one, which is a crazy affix, probably the build breaker, 41% chance to grant Demolisher charge on critical strike. Absolutely crazy. Now we're doing insane DPS. So I'll let you go through a little bit of my stats over here. Of course, resistance is all maxed. You can see my damage values for my attack DPS. We are really scaling off of skill radius. So that is probably the most important stat to have, other than, you know, all your flat damages and damage percentages to AoE and elemental. I'm doing all fire damage, and that's being helped by this skill area increase of 435%. I get 60% of that roll added to my damage. So yeah, it's a lot. And if you want to see how much damage I'm doing, just be prepared, because this dummy gets absolutely freaking obliterated. All right, literally smashed to pieces. So when I know how much damage I'm doing, I will let you know. You know what I'm talking about, because right now it's just saying 100 million is pretty much the cap, but it's doing a lot of damage. We can see that. And so let's get into the talents that are in this build. We have God of Might, Warlord, and Spirit Caller. God of Might is going to be the standard Rihan tree. All of it's pretty much going to be just normal damage, fire damage. Warlord is going to be the one that focuses on fire and area. So pretty much, once again, damage, area damage is what you're going for. Spirit Caller has a very important node though, however. This one has a key element to the build, and this is why we want the focus blessings to be granted on critical strikes, because we get a 20% chance to grant tenacity blessing and agility blessing when receiving focus blessing. So essentially, just from getting 1 blessing, we're getting all of the blessings, and it's goated. As far as our notable talents go, we have Burnout over here. That's just extra fire damage. I might be trading that for tenacity just to get more tenacity stacks. Fueling is probably the most OP talent that I've seen. It completely just ignores fire resistance, so that's just great. There's literally no reason in the world any fire build should be ignoring that talent, so just get it if you don't have it. Warlord is going to be giving us Sweep, which is absolutely crazy. It gives us more skill radius. We already have 435% skill radius, and this gives us an extra 100% skill radius for killing enemies, which is just ridiculous. Then we have Focus Blow over here. Focus Blow is going to be giving us more damage in the center of the explosion, up to 40%. And then for our Spirit Color ones, we have Translucent. That is giving us more fire damage because we do a little bit of cold damage and a little bit of lightning damage from the Spirit Color tree, which is over here in this node. Over here, 4% physical damage adds random elemental damage. And this node over here, which just adds flat elemental damage onto all of your attacks, which is great. We love it. And then we have Peculiar Vibe, which is going to be giving us elemental damage increase depending on how many ailments the enemy has. And we are inflicting 3 of them: Frost, Ignite, and Shock, which is giving us 75% damage. And now we're going to get into our skills. So if you guys want to set up your links just as I have set up mine, you're going to need 500 energy, so be prepared for that. Hammer of Ember is going to have Elemental Fusion, Precision Strike, Attack Focus, multiple projectiles, and added fire damage on it. We have Resurrection Warcry, which is going to be our main restoration skill with residues and emergency restoration. Leap Attack is going to have Hardened, Quick Mobility, Blinding, and Melee Knockback. The skill moves hyper fast and it keeps you tanky. I love it. Bull's Rage is the second most important skill in your build. It's going to have Extended Duration, Mania, Cooldown Reduction, Pain Amplification, and Soul Focus. All right, you want it lasting as long as possible. And then we have a basic Bloodthirst setup with Mania and Bloodbath. This is really cool. Bloodbath makes you go super fast as long as you have that buff up. For my auras, I have Precise Charge Flames, Rejuvenation, and Cursing on Hit, we have Scorch with Abysmal Hatred, and Flame Imbue with Imbue buff, just for that extra explosivity. So just to give an idea of what exactly Hammer of Ember is doing, you're going to be hitting the ground, causing an initial explosion, sending out these projectiles if you have a Demolisher charge, and the Demolisher charge projectiles explode a little bit further out ahead of you. The more projectiles that you have, the more explosions that the monster get hit by, plus, you know, of course, with the additions to skill radius, essentially if they're in the center, they're going to be getting hit by just about all of the explosions, which is really nice. And that is essentially why it is so crazy broken to get this affix, because 41% chance to gain Demolisher Charge on critical strike. I'm critting every single hit. Thanks to this Mark of Thrill, I'm gaining Fervor rating, which is giving me 200% critical strike rating and spell critical strike rating, which is not really helping me, but it does also give me 20% fervor effect as well. So essentially, once you get up to 100% fervor, you're critting everywhere, you're critting everything. Everything is exploding because you're getting Demolisher charges back on everything. It's insane. A word to the wise, a little note: instead of greater multiple projectiles before, I did have quick return for a long period of time. And quick return actually replenishes your Demolisher charge speed. While you're leveling, this will be a very good thing to have. I'm not sure exactly which one it is better than, you know, to truly replace. It might be better on attack focus. I don't think it's going to be better on Elemental Fusion or Precision Strike or added fire damage, but it might be better on attack focus as you're leveling. So that is just one thing, because I don't think you unlock greater multiple projectiles until level 55, but you will be getting quick return fairly quickly. This loses efficacy because you get 114% Demolisher charge recovery speed from here. But once you get your, I'm pretty sure these are best in slot for the build. Once you get your weapons, they give 97%, you know, a ton of Demolisher charge. And then once you get the Demolisher charge replenishment on critical strike, then it's completely irrelevant. And last but not least, let's show the hero traits. This is pretty simple. I do have Steamroll and Fire Explosion. equipped onto my burst, and then I have anger. You can only choose one thing for 15 and 50, but you have the critical strike rating because you want to crit as much as possible, and you gain 15 rage and critical strike, so essentially you're always in rage in this build. You'll see that when I'm fighting this, I'll go into rage, and then eventually I'll just stay in rage. You'll see my rage bar, and it just keeps filling up because I'm critting every single time. And as far as Pactspirits go, I largely do not care about Pactspirits, with the exception of drop rate. So honestly, I don't really think that these are too important. Whatever pets you have will help you out in whatever ways, but essentially, you know, I have as much damage as I could pile on, as much drop rate as I can pile on. But these will not make or break your build in any way, shape, or form, but they're fun to have. And that's about it. That's everything that goes into this build. Right now, there are a couple of improvements that I can make. I do want to craft some ominous and sleepless affixes to my chest piece, my amulet, and my rings. So this build can definitely still be taken further. And I really want to know what my actual DPS is. That would be great to know. As far as how much I've spent on this build, it's moderately expensive. I probably put in about 2,500 FE into making everything in this build go. Everything that I crafted, my head, my chest piece, my amulet, and my one ring, are about 400 to 500 FE each. And then my weapons are about 800 to 1,000. And then, oh wait, hold on, we're going over. Okay, maybe 3,500 FE. But either way, it's been very, very nice to go through the leveling process with this build. It has been very, very smooth. And then once you get the affixes that, you know, really make the build go, then it's extremely satisfying. And that's about it for now, guys. I'll be coming out with more Torchlight Infinite content very, very soon. I've been enjoying the hell out of this game. I have about 300 hours in since it released, which is like 2.5 weeks ago, which is absolutely insane. So I'll be trying to do another build video very, very soon, probably in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and I'll be coming out with other content related towards the game. So for now, peace, love, and progression. I hope you guys enjoyed this build guide, and I will see you guys later on stream and later on YouTube. For now, bye-bye.